Oh, let's play the game. Let's have you guys be able to see the game. Yes. Enter your name. We're gonna go. I guess I'm gonna go with GiftedFaker. That's my username. So let's go with it. Unless anyone has any wild objections. Oh Jesus! What? Oh. Let's go. That's the name we're gonna go with because that's all I can think of. Hey, I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. It is in your interest to put no spoilers in the title. Did that send twice? It did not send. Okay, it's been updated. Thank you, Dan, for that heads up. Is there like a singular word that doesn't spoil too much, but I could actually have my bot ban it? So my bot is is me. Oh, that's a great smile. My bot is my name. So it just looks like it's coming for me. I love it. I need to fix that. Let me write that down. But yeah, let me know if there's a specific word or something that I can put that my bot will ban. That way I don't have to worry about spoilers in that regard. But let's keep going. That girl is since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'll never see make yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly special. By the way, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That you told me I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sari likes to worry a little too much about me, and when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, and and I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me worry about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I could promise you that. Yay! Yay! A NEET or NEET is a young person who is training. Chat is appearing double for me for some reason. Work computer doesn't like me today. Uh-oh. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Ooh, that little push was so nice. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sari wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello, Sayori? Sari must have come to the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club, Sayori. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Why is... Voices will be a thing, maybe. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I was going to bring a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Oh, jeez. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit because generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sir Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you don't call me a new member. And a glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It is a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. I was unaware that I was playing as a boy. I was still playing as a lady. Oops. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Probably. She is the only one who made cupcakes. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, when then turns back to the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, I'm really great at reading. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, nice to meet you both. And it sounds like you already know Monika. Monika. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again. Monika smiled sweetly. Aw, cute. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. She got that trifecta, though. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. She's definitely a first year. Sorry, I got a little too excited. I want a cupcake now, man. Then how about I make some tea as well? I almost got myself a muffin today, like a chocolate chip muffin. Oh, but I didn't do it. Oh, that face. That webcam face. There we go. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened, so there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. The closet, eh? Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Ooh. The kitties. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sawyer grabs the first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious. Has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Oh, thank you, Dan. Oh, because Stream Elements is still here. It's going to pop up twice now. Let me see if I can real quick turn that command off. There we go. But thank you, Dan. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you. You dumb, huh? Okay, she definitely a first year. She crazy. Ouch. Oh my gosh. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you to enjoy a good book? I guess. Stop it, get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted Yuri looks away. Aw, I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Doing a great job at reading, guys. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So what made you consider literature club? Cupcakes. I'm only here for cupcakes. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet. There we go. You wait, left click? Just, I can see their outfits. Okay. Good to know. And Sayori seems really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, you decided to start your own club. You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year? In this game. Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort into starting something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard and convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Look at them cute girls. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorite... That gave me a heart attack. Thank you, Formand1. Formand1? Thank you so much for... I'm really great at reading. Thank you so much for the follow, and welcome to the Gifted Gang. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. and tells a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Oh, she cute. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up when she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Yeah. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For some reason, for someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me into another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. I don't like her. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud, and give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Okay. So Yuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Again, I keep clicking the wrong thing. Well, I guess I sometimes do. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Do you have a favorite yet? Probably Yuri. Probably Yuri. She's cute. She's real cute. I think that's impressive. Why? Monica forever. Monica's cute too, but like that Yuri though, she cute. We're still meeting though. This is still the first club meeting. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. I like how she's just like, no. You wouldn't like them. Now you're not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that... Yes. Thank you, J.F. Hunter Doyle. Whoever might you be. Thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Gifted Gang. Thank you so much. Yes, okay. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. I hope my whole stream isn't just like freaking out for everybody, because it is over there. I know my screen is frozen in a stupid face. There we go. How does one twitch? One twitches by just talking to me in chat. I'm playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've heard of it. I don't know if you've seen it. So that's what this is. My camera's good now? Okay. My camera is having issues. It's been having issues since yesterday. I a little bit more, oh, yeah. That's very good. Oh, I'm so excited to keep doing it. But whatchamacallit? What was the word I was looking for? Yeah, my webcam's having issues. Right now my screen over here is having issues, and that's... The stop motion camera has led to some excellent facial reactions. Yes, it freezes. Okay. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. That's weird because your readers for yourself is the hardest thing. Yuri, what are you talking about? Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. That face. Tear. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea for everyone. This is my question eyes. My eyebrows. Oh, y'all can't see them because I think the computer froze. That's fine. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we'll all share them with each other. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. And what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said that I would join this club. Sorry, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. They all got sad. Why did they all get sad? Oh God. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Oh. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. That's weird. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. So Yuri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. Thank you, Christian. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Get over yourself. You made the cupcakes. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting, so we can all share. Ooh, hiccups. Monica looks over at me once more. Gifted, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety well up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. So Yuri and I never walked home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make the whole way, I'm really great at reading. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. The whole point of the game. All right, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure starts with writing a poem tonight. I have to write the poem. It's time to write a poem. Oh God. Think something good might happen with whoever likes the poem most. Okay, so I like Yuri. So we're gonna put horror. Uncanny. Spinning. So, why is suicide there? Feather. Existence. That's a good one for her. Oh. Vitality. Oh. Now I get it, because on words they like, they jump. Nope, never mind. I lied. I thought agonizing. didn't pick agonizing. Did I? No. Tragedy, holiday, chocolate. I like chocolate. I'm gonna put chocolate. That one's for me. I'm writing to myself. I'm my reader. Nibble. You believe I'm right? In what way? Oh, that they jump at the word. No. Because look, they're not jumping at these words anymore. Destiny. Death. Is there death? There's death. I'll pick death. Defeat. Unending. Determination. No, but there's also bubbles. Journey. I feel like journey works for her. I feel like journey is a good one for her. We'll go with journey. Anxiety. Intellectual. Heaven sent. Doki Doki. I kind of want to go with heaven sent because that is a ridiculous word. Milk. We'll go with milk. Kawaii. Boop! There's boop. After image. Boop. Empty. Boop. Memories. Empty. Flee. Vacation. Misery. Incapable. Ambient. Alone. Whistle. Cry. There's so many good ones here. Rose. Dream. Misery. Ambient. We'll go with ambient. Warm waterfall. Papa! Puppy! Crimson. Vivacious. Uncontrollable. Promise. Philosophy. I want to go with philosophy because I think that's what Yuri said she liked. But I also kind of want to go with puppy. But also like papa. Because that's potato in Spanish. Right? Papa? Papas fritas. Philosophy. Massacre. Why is it massacre? Oh my gosh. Sure. Big graveyard, lazy, judgment, inferno, loud, email. Play, family. Massacre, inferno. We're going with inferno. Eternity. I like eternity. Pout, desire, hope, poof. Poof. Happiness, bliss, precious, captive, eternity. Happiness, pout. I like eternity. There's vivid or captive. Precious. We'll go with precious. Fun, comfort, analysis, meager, summer, unrestrained. I feel Yuri is all about that. Poof. Candy, beauty, peace, and love. I don't like restrained or comfort. Analysis. I feel like, how are you going to put the word analysis in a poem? How does that work in the poem? Peace, love, beauty, comfort. We'll go with comfort. Awesome, embrace, essence, fester. That's disgusting. Infinite. I like infinite. Extreme. Effulgent? I don't even know what that word is. I've known what all the words mean so far, but I don't get it. If you're Yuri, you can. Vertigo, disaster. I kind of like infinite, but I don't know what effulgent means. I feel like it's a very Yuri word, but I don't know what it means. So we're going to go with infinite. Climax, pink, melancholy, time, forgiveness, heart, whirlwind, kiss. Okay. Cage and aura. heart. I like aura. I like forgive. I like time. But that face is a very melancholy face. I don't know. Speaking of faces, mine's freezing and it looks ridiculous. Let's go with melancholy. Oh, she jumped for that. Excitement, strawberry, music, insight, electricity, fickle, tenacious. Hey Dan, tenacious. Headphones, special, and question. Insight? I like the idea of using the word electricity somehow. Yeah, we'll go with electricity. Okay. Oh, she jumped for it. That's good. Here we go. Now our poem's gonna get read to the class. Well, the club. Hi again. Don't click out there. Glad to see you didn't want to write from us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You're rude. I don't like her. Rude. Sarah told me that you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. I don't like her. She is a brat. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. It's not rude, it's sass. No, sass is when you're fun and you're cute. She ain't cute, she's just rude. I'm getting distracted by my face freezing on that screen. It looks ridiculous. And I'm sorry. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. GiftedFaker always gives... I'm gonna go with her, because it's me. Gives her best as long as she's having fun. Yo, you ain't giving her no chance. Like, trampoline scary at first, but that is so fun. I mean, like, I understand that it is very fun. But, like, she rude. And she bratty. But if she comes around, I mean, like, I ain't gonna say no. We'll see. She helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like, cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. That's because your room is so messy, it's distracting, and you almost set your house on fire once. Oh. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Please be jealous, Yuri. Trampolines are scary. I mean, they can be. They can be. You get stuck in... Listen. Oh dear. How come you and GiftedFaker have become good friends too? Sayori. What? Okay then. I said the same thing. I mean, trampolines can be scary in the regards of you could fall off and hurt yourself. I also, if they didn't have that little extra rim to cover the springs, those ones are kind of scary because I'm always scared I'm going to get, like, stuck in one or, like, rip my leg off. Not the whole leg, just, like, some skin. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Like, a 5-year-old or a 26-year-old named Jeremy. So, like, trampolines... Hold up. We're going to pause. We're gonna pause. Trampolines aren't necessarily scary. In the sense that, like, the thing is terrifying. You could really hurt yourself. Y'all can't see me. Y'all could really hurt yourself You could fall off of it. Also, you could get onto it and have some assholes around who decide to do that stupid popcorn thing and jump crazily, and then you're flying all over in the air and you can't deal with it, because that's happened to me the last few times. That has happened to me the last few times. The last times that I did going on a trampoline, people kept bouncing, and it was like insane, and I couldn't keep up, and I have no hand-eye coordination to begin with, so it's not fun. Trampolines inherently are not scary, but to individuals can be quite. But the first time you're on or see one, like you're super little, it's super scary. I don't remember the trampoline the first time. I remember I grew up with a little trampoline. You were that jerk, girl. I remember having like a little indoor trampoline, and I loved it. And then when I got older and after it was like in storage for forever, my mom gifted it away, and I was so upset because I didn't realize we still had it. But anyway, back to these pretty ladies. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation that she put me into. Oh, Yuri, you even brought you something today, you know? Wait. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. I bet that Suki likes trampolines. Probably. Sayori made it sound like what did I do? What? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so a nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. We used to jump off the trampoline into our... Not surprised, Dan. Not surprised at all. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? That's creepy. Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. Yuri reaches in her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want. As she plays with her long, gorgeous purple hair. That is terrifying. The parents wouldn't let us use our shed roof. This was the compromise. I wonder why your parents wouldn't let you jump off a shed. This is, how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'm definitely reading this. I enthusiastically take the book. It's really not. You had to clear like 8 inches of pool wall. It was basically the same as jumping off a deck. Yeah, but you could have done like the popcorn thing and skyrocketed you up into the air. You could have tripped. You could have fallen. Yeah, I don't think your trampoline, because I remember taking your trampoline apart, I don't think your trampoline had that little mat thing that covers the springs. You could have fallen in there. That was a very dangerous situation. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I'll look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some schedule. Be the case. So Yuri and Monica have a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. Me too. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. We meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. My face made me just so distracted. That was so dumb. choose to stay there is not going to, but that made me giggle. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place, but I'm just rereading a bit of this. So, that's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how you come to have two copies of the same. At the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very good, engaging, and relatable story. Is that so? What is it about, anyway? Well, The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just want to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. Why don't they have noses? They do. That's a nose. She's got a nose. It's right there. She got an itty-bitty baby nose. It's an itty-bitty baby nose. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. That's not a zit. That's a nose. Calm yourself, Daniel. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. Oh, damn. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yeah, her eyes are really far apart. Don't judge people, Dan. Yeah, this tuft of hair? Dan. Don't judge people based off of their faces. That's so rude. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a... Not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into these. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life in a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals for their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plan. I'm rambling, aren't I? Just a little. Not again. I'm sorry. Oh, stop blushing. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. Thank you, Dan. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. How cute, girl. So I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange. You did. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I don't really think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. And it's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What do you say? Forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri. You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. Why is it weird for him to sit there? I don't understand why he's so like... Okay, I'm so sorry. It's fine. I can't... How about him sitting here? No. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in the company with someone. Okay. Girl, it's just someone sitting next to you. Calm yourself. I see. Well, I'll tell myself distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. I missed what that said. It's not particularly a bad thing. I missed what it read. Whatever. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. I feel like my left arm is in the way, so I use my right hand to hold the book open. We being cute with Yuri. Guys, we being cute. Let's make my face a little bit better. Guys, we being cute. We being cute out here. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here, she turned. Thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. Guys, we're being cute. Guys, we're being so cute right now. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Eh? I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. It almost feels like an intimate exchange. It's turning a page. Dude, chill. My thumb gently letting go of the page and letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. You flipping a page! Boy, calm yourself. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she's also second guesses all I think she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into her head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Thing to have in common with her. Ugh, that's so... that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were so... I guess I mean more meant it... She kinda cute. She's kinda cute. Ah. What are you saying? What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Ah. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's a good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show the poem first? Let's go with Monica. I hate this. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem. An effort. Hi. Having a good time so far? No. Good, glad to hear it. No. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, I want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ahaha. Don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? This is so weird. But it's that sort of barrier that we all need to learn to get past soon. There we go. I got there. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job. It's really metaphorical. I'm not really sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imaginary and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. Cute. But it's very challenging to write that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. You do your own thing, girl. Just keep exploring and learning by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone, because I have to sound confident. I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. A dramatic reading of Hole in the Wall. Why is my face still frozen like that? Okay. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction that spackle protrudes. What? Hello, Han Duel. That says duel, or does that say duet? That looks like an L to me. It's really tiny. Hello! How are you? It couldn't have been me. See, the direction that the spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No. Han duet instead of solo. Oh, I love it. I hope you're enjoying Doki Doki. Now you know a lot about the game? Okay. If I get stuck anywhere, I'll ask for tips and things. I do like to ask for tips if I need them, but thank you. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas. My retinas. Alright. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Right. Stretching forever. Infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Is she talking about a window? Or like a literal hole in the wall? Okay. Freeform. Really the right person to ask for feedback. It's a metaphor. Aha, it's okay. Yeah, the kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. It's a metaphor for the feels. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. I don't think I performed it the way she wanted it to be performed. The inspiration behind this one? Ah, a window. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it, but I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes it gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. I don't think that's how pens work. But thanks, Monica. Just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Right now. We'll talk with Natsuki last. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Ooh. Exceptional. Monica always gives good advice. Ooh, I like her advice. Her advice sounded like pretentious advice, but it's not. She genuinely means it. But I'll make fun of anything, so. But I like how she goes, exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth and ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Hoi, Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there's a specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, I tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter. They form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Is she insulting me? I feel like she's insulting me. Once Yuri finds, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in this club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How so? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Okay. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. Oh, I'm so excited to read her poem. I'd love to share my thought behind It's fine. Yuri smiles dreamily as if there's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Why do they have to use fancy script? The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must... This music does not flow with my tunes. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. This is the beginning. Zombie Ashawat. This is the very beginning. Don't insult Yuri's handwriting. She'll hear you. And then she'll apologize profusely. Hello, Paul. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. Like, she knows. She heard me. Oh, no. I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long time to read. I was just reading it with... yeah, my webcam is having all sorts of issues, and I gotta look into it over the weekend. So I fix it. Oh, Christian. Well, I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. I mean, it's pretty. It's just I can't read it. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's your first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild. Girl! It's the first time sharing for everybody! So, stop motion cam is funny enough to we keep it around. Yeah, instead of getting rid of the stop motion camera, we just wait for it to freeze in a weird face and then keep it there for a little bit. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts? Hew. Usually the story isn't about ghosts at all. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. How could you miss the point? Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poems often experiences in the work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting that way. Uh-oh. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too. Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. I want to read my poem. Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to... That's creepy. Me too? Alright, Sayori. We got Natsuki last. With that sass. This is a good poem. Thank you. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Kind of girl who would be writing poems in her spare time. I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. But it just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Aw, girl. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the classroom. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things is like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks. I'm not sure if... Then again, I can't deny that she's how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here. That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that. Yay! Now you'll read my poem. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Oh dear. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. That's gross, girl. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? Blah, blah. I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. A girl after my own heart. I mean, that last line, though, I like that last line. I could go for some breakfast too, girl. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It just came out nice, or how should I put it? It just sounds like you. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Ooh, I want eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. They're fantastic. With bacon and eggies. They're so good. Now all I'm thinking about is eggs. I have eggs, but I'm going to make hard-boiled eggs. But I'm going to make them on Sunday. Sunday? Am I making them? I don't know. I'm thinking too much right now. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hey. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah, but next time I won't. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it then. I like that sound. And then we're done. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? Do you want... I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Oh, it's going to make me want to throw up. Not that you'll like it. I'm just not excited. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. People can try. But that's about it. What? Girl, what is up with you and your messed up head? Holy Christ. Thank you, Adan. Adan 10. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Gifted Gang. Thank you. Damn. People can try. That's about it. Damn. That's harsh. Yeah. I told you that you weren't going to like it. I'd like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about on the wordplay. Like I set up the rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. Oh. It helps bring out the feeling of in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I mean. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decide to humor her with that last one. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Take it away from her. She's sassy. Phew. I guess that's everyone. More stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. Whose poem did I like most? I liked Yuri's a lot. Not gonna lie. Natsuki's was actually pretty good. It was stupid, but it was pretty good. It made me laugh the best. Probably gonna say like my top is Yuri's, just because I did enjoy it. It had a good feel to it. I don't remember Monica's, so I guess that's not up there at all. And the breakfast, I love breakfast, so Yuri is pretty good too, but probably Yuri. I sigh. Well, I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each other's expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Damn. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Gifted did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spend a lot of time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Ooh! Ooh, catfight! And Gifted liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to press. That's not what Yuri stands up, but, well, maybe you're just jealous that Gifted appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Ooh, they fighting over me! That face is not at all what I wanted to be seeing. They're fighting over me. Ooh! Japanese cat fight. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? I know. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh! Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Gifted started showing them. Natsuki, Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making all your poems all convoluted for no reason? Yes, salt, salt, salt. The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep expressive words in our language. The only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. We're gonna go with my girl Yuri. Natsuki. You're right. I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand, Yuri. No secret that I was impressed. But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Nee. Natsuki clenches her fist. She's doing it right down here and over here. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. So Yuri, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm from having to look at all your faces right now. Okay. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. Damn. She's just having all sorts of just anger issues. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach and sit in an adjacent chair. Aw, she's so sad. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No. I've gotten frustrated after as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Gifted. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did it... Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Tea. Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. How about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you'll learn something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself about the kinds of poem everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's true. Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Aw, she's so sweet. Or I'm sweet. I'm the sweet one. Trying to get comfortable so I can grab a blanket because it's getting cold in my room. I closed the window, but it's still pretty cold in here. Okay. Blanket, get warm. Alrighty. Sayori. What happened earlier? And what do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Atsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No, no, no. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. That's cute. And I think everyone really likes you. Aw, so sweet. That's every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Oh, that's so creepy. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her. A monologue sometimes. That's an insult. Yeah, let's do this. Poem time! Vitality. Tragedy. Oh, she jumped. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Disarray. Yes. Oh, jeez. Infallible? Yes. Frightening, uncontrollable. Bunny. Strawberry ribbon, hop, passion, special, frightening, uncontrollable, precious, unrequited, wrath. Yeah. Parfait. Oh, that's breakfast though. Food. Wait, there's 4 girls. Why are they not giving me Sayuri as an option? No, that's Sayuri. Where is... I'm confused. Captive. Insight. Aura. Poof! I like poof. Philosophy. Misery. Ah, it's the wrong one. Close. Close. Two so far is not bad. Entropy. Unrestrained. She jumped last time for unrestrained. Shame. Oh, 3 so far. It's okay. Electricity. She liked that last time. Contamination. Secretive. Grief. Death. Oh, man. So that's 4. Ugh. Disoriented. I don't know what this word is, but it's her word. Okay. Disaster. After image. Cool. I only got 4 that weren't her. Another day passes and it's time for the... I've gotten a little bit more comfortable over here the past couple of days. Entering the club, the usual scene greets me. Hi. So, Sayuri, looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm still not used to you being in this club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you into a good mood. But I guess it's always a simple thing with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. What? That's not like you. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we... Don't worry. Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sarah nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small... I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the clubhouse. The classroom, whatever room. The thing. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's... And so that only leaves one option. Wah! I'll give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't even notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. Ah, I wasn't listening or anything. Yes, you were. It's just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Gifted to let me borrow some money. No, don't get me involved in this. Doesn't he know to never look through a girl's purse? True. But you know, it's also a coin purse, and she let him. She could have said no. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. Speaking of, I'm hungry. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Ah, I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That, still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Hey. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me credit. Give me more credit than that. Who got slapped? Did I get slapped? That startled me. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was that? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. It's a miracle! That's because I paid my retribution. Nothing like the joy of watching a friend play Doki Doki for the first time. Hi, Coco Night. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. That's so nice. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. What do I think so far? I'm waiting for something to happen. And if this whole thing is just me write a poem, read it to these girls, I'm gonna be a little sad, to be honest. So right now, it's an apprehensive, I like it. Just nothing's really happening right now. So good. I want a cookie. I should have got cookie dough. I was at the store today. I should have bought cookie dough. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her arm. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Did you seriously just do that? Whoops. Mouthful. Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh. Times. Monica, can you tell Sayori Natsuki? Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any ever heard anything about her? Yeah, I haven't heard either. That's a bit unusual. Hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than the rest of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, The door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Ah, well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Ah, I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. How sweet. Yay, that sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down. Monica smiled sweetly. I smiled sweetly, look. Can't see it. Hold up. Anything like that? Don't worry about it. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapades. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has settled down. Sayori somehow already finished the book and... Hey, Yuri. Yeah? I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one that we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. I don't know why I'm reading so weirdly. I just decided to do so. Oh, my webcam. We're just going to deal with it right now. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Why did it need to be specified that it was a Brita filter? Why? Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. So she just is nicer? I don't know. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. I have the water pitcher. Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? I'm gonna make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want me to tell... Or do you want me... No. I'm doing great, guys. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve GiftedFaker in club activities? Eh? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go. Okay. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. We're in the hallway now. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that, Yuri? Something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. How come, even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. but you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a little rain shower into a hurricane. Damn, that is profound. Good job, me. No. Wouldn't you hate for me to say something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. I really like being friends with you. Aw, be more than friends. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best. Yeah? Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we returned to the classroom. I'm yawning. Oh. Do you like oolong tea? Sure. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature of the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do anything less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Huh. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Ah, perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little more. It turns out not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. Oh, say girl. That's great. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me. Aw, it's very endearing. That's weird. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why? It's a little bit easier on my back than bending over at a desk. Ah, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Cue the sexy music. Bow chicka wow wow. Is that the sexy music? Bow wow wow. I wonder why that is. It's mostly because your posture, right? Always hunched. Not her giant boobs. I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it, since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book, except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. They're touching. They're touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Teehee. Ho ho. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus because now her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her is faded away. I used all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I have finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Ah, sorry, I briefly let go of the book and finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. Oh, that's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Ah, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. My bad, girl. I'm gonna mess up your book. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that it doesn't have any harder of a time, so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. but as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. She's touching. She's touching him. Guys, she's touching him. She's touching him. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs confirmation of what just happened. Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. You're just helping. That's something... Your friends feed each other all the time. It's kind of context, but yeah. That you don't need to stop or anything. The situation has gotten really tense. The situation got really weird. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that she can't even focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes met mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. That was a Freudian slip. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone! Hola. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. GiftedFaker. Right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from off the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word spoken between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Damn it, Monica! Damn it! I wrote your poem, constructed the words. Wait, how did you wrote my poem? How does that work? But damn, Monica. Oh, I like this one. It has some nice feelings in it. Oh, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, it must be a good poem. So it works. Oh. I'm not sure if that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Aw. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. You're so dark. Sometimes a bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Choose happier words next time. Who needs to be happy? I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. That's unexpectedly poetic. That's unexpectedly weird. Is it? Maybe I'm getting a little bit better at expressing my feelings after all. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I need a sip of water. Bottles. I pop off my scalp. Scalp? Like your scalp? Say scalp. I'm confused. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, like all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my... Holy shit. Thank you, Canelita? Canelita. That sounds more like normal. Sorry. My apologies. Thank you, Canelita. I'm having a great time talking. Thank you, Canelita18, for the follow. Welcome to the Gifted Gang. Thank you. It's a poem with a roll on it. Okay. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles all in a row. My collection... Sayori's best poem, Happy Thoughts. My collection makes me a lot of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets, hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. That says scalp, though, right? I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for friends, my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. That just sounds so weird. After her first poem where she wanted breakfast, her to then be like, yeah, I open up my brain. Okay. Holy crap, Sarah, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? It sounds and then got really goddamn sad. Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. It sounds bittersweet, if you will. It really does, Coconut, it really does. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. And I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. That's the word. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. That's creepy, girl. That's real weird, girl. Oh, that was a weird freeze. There we go. Now let's hold on. It's up there. Basically, I'm just gonna stop touching it. Until I die. That poem really explained a lot. Don't get ahead of yourself. Series something before dropping it no more than a week later. Oh, in which Sayori and I are like the same person. One of those times, but it seems the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. We're going to do Yuri last, so let's do Natsuki. Better. Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you're more and more daring with for that, yet it fell flat. That may be. I'm still figuring this all out. I mean, I always like poems that people are trying to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. She's so rude. Girl, stop. I guess that's one way to look at it, and it is the incorrect way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. No. Inside. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Amy. That title just makes me want to gag. Amy likes spiders. You know what I learned about Amy? Icky, wriggly, hairy. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. This is just rude. You don't like cupcakes, so you want to... I love cupcakes. I want a cupcake and a cookie right now so bad. But she just sounds... She seems a little naive. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone. You know... I don't know if it's just me. But this poem... I feel like you could change spiders to, like, one other thing, and it would just be a really not okay poem to have. It's called I'm a Witch. No, really, this poem, if you changed the word spiders to, like, girls, that would be wildly inappropriate and quite of an awful thing. If that's the whole point, I don't like her. I feel like that is the thing then. Oh, I don't like her. I want to punch her now. I want to punt her across the room. No, it's terrible. It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. I was just warming up. Hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. That's an awful poem, girl. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I don't have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. It helps people realize how stupid they're being. She's about to get punted through the video game. Homegirl is about to die. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. It better be. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks my That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. Okay. It better be that. It better have been written to point out how stupid it is for that person to think that way. But if not, this girl's getting punted. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'll make fun of you or think less of you. Right, Natsuki is arguing that Amy is the bad person and that we shouldn't judge others like Amy did. Well, no, Amy likes spiders. So it's the author. Is she arguing that the author is a bad person? Because if she's arguing that the author is a bad person, then fantastic. Okay. We're on the same page, though. I understood what you meant. The author is the bad person. Good. I didn't notice that was my face was doing. Okay. I'll keep it there until it fixes itself for a few more minutes. Okay, that's fine. If she's doing it to point out that the author is a bad person, okay, homegirl's not gonna get punted. If she's trying to say that Amy's the bad person, she definitely gonna get punted. Alright, I'll fix it. Hold on, I'll fix it. Is that better? Did I fix it? Oh no, it's still not doing anything. There we go. Okay. But that just makes people stupid. As long as they're not hurting anyone, and that makes them happy. Apparently. A homewrecker? How am I a homewrecker? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Don't call it weird. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure it's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important, but I want people to think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Oh, it skipped. Oh no, I did Yasuki first. Or Sakura. Whatever her name is. We'll do Monica. Hi again. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. Oh, you won. You got some roulette. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. I did. I noticed that, guys. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside of her. Sadly, it's hard to get her to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. Just meant that I wish she didn't keep to herself so much. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. Eh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she already's got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Ha ha ha. Monica kind of whispers that last one to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? She's kind of being rude. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. Oh. Oh, my webcam froze with me looking down. That doesn't work. There we go. Now y'all can see my face while I'm laughing at this. Thank you, Dan. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony? Yes, cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. I'm confused. Okay, first of all, here's my points. 1, the red, green, blue kind of annoys me. I understand that it's RGB, and that makes most sense of like, never mind, that's a lot. Okay, that makes sense. Fine. You're not talking about playing. It would more make sense of playing pizza on a turnstile. But you're already using turntable. I don't get it. And load me. Huh. It's even more abstract than your last one. Yeah. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I like it. Sure. I don't. It's a simile. We're gonna call it a smile. It's just kind of the thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my... Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. No, it's like writing and pausing and making people have to pause as they look for the next word. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. No, they're not. I see. I don't. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling. What? Or a conversation with the reader. So putting it in that way, not every poem is about something. Oh, you... Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this even a tip about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Save. Okay. Return. Okay. I saved. Let's see what you've written for today. Oh, my wrist. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? This one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you about the kinds of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a really good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing. It just makes me really happy. Are you saying that you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really, I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. Cute. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Yuri nods again. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Because she doesn't have any close friends. Anyway, do you want to share that poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Oh God, this script again. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phases and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. I'm gonna wait for her to explain that one to me. I was a little more daring with this one. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. I didn't get any emotion except for I'm hungry. Yeah, if I figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the feeling it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. You feed raccoons? Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for strange interests? Huh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed to be the kind of person that would make fun of my hobbies. Kinky. Ugh. But I suppose it's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. Okay. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have some extra planned today. So if everyone could come sit in front of the room. This is about the festival. Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together any... We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Keep it simple, stupid. We don't need much more than a few decorations. So, Sahori has been working on posters, and we've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem and recite it during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. So Rory's putting together all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sorry, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Sorry, you're terrible. Very true. Was that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no Sayori. Sayori? Sahori. I like Sahori better. Sayori? Sayori? Sayori, Sahori, whatever. I understand where you're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until the last couple of days. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems aloud in front of a whole room of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same, and the more people who perform, the better we will be able to show everyone what literature is about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself. Girl, you do not want to be intimate with yourself onto a stage with a bunch of people. Finding new horizons and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons. I feel like my pronunciation works better with the character. And it's those reasons that we're in this club today. Don't you want to share with others to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? You know, I do. You know I do. I know we all do. And if it all takes, all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then you know what? Then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Ew. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get over with it. Get it over with. There we go. Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Aha, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. Poem for yourself. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh, no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Ah, of course. Now let's see. Monica flips her notebook and to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. Christian, if you want to see the leaderboard, in an easier way, is a panel underneath the stream. So if you scroll down for a little bit, it should be right on the top. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before? Is it simply all natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation, and the four of us applaud. Monica takes a deep breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Oh, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches the sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image, that is her word, After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Refuse to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? Oh no. That was a lot. You bet a lot. That was a lot, you bet. As changes, it's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she... Nervous taker, I can see that. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori, whatever her name is, cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Aha. Sorry, I giggled. Hee. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it? Like you're reciting it to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone's thoughts, in someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job! Even Gifted like it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely, but it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I really don't understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little bit more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just so embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay! Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Gifted. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well do it before I have to do it. This girl's a brat. Natsuki, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. as they stare. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Huh. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting her poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. Duh. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's true, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is. So, well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming, though. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of it's like now. There we go. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Geez, I should probably find some other poems to recite instead. That's fine, too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Aw, making you smile. You're welcome, Monica. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I would be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sihori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through wake of the club and impressing Monica. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Geez, guys, don't make it such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Gifted. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's just go. No. Ah!